muscle on you. He's not that heavy. And anyhow, it's not fair, everybody always says. Poor Kevin, just because he didn't grow. Grim gives me this long, sorrowful look, and then he clears his throat and says, "You're quite right. He is a rather remarkable boy. He's memorized almost the whole dictionary. You can ask him anything, and he knows what it means." "You don't say," Grim says. And he has this smug look, like maybe Freak is lying, and a total goon like me would never get it. And I want to tell him he's wrong about Freak and the dictionary, but instead I just shut my face and go down under. Grim, he's okay sometimes, like when Tony D chases into the pond, but most of the time he doesn't know everything. He thinks he knows everything, which he doesn't. And if you don't believe me, look under Grim in the dictionary. It sure doesn't say a smart grown-up, no way. So I'm hanging out down under, listening to some of my thrash tapes on the fake Walkman I got last Christmas, when Freak pops up on the side of my bed. Because of the headphones and the volume being pumped up to 90 decibel, I never hear him come in. He's just suddenly there, like, whoa. And I'll bet I jump. Freak rolls his eyes and goes, "Ah, music. How it calms the savage beast. How'd you get here? Would you believe teleportation? No? Then I came down through the bulkhead door like always. And like always, I have a quest in mind." Right away I go, "My feet hurt. We don't have to leave the neighborhood." "Cool. What kind of quest is this?" Freak grins. "A treasure hunt. Except we don't really have to hunt because I already know where the treasure is." "Where?" "Underground. Specifically in the sewer."
Ew.
"Yeah, right," I say, and sit back down on the bed. Freak is looking at me sideways, and I can tell he's not telling me everything, which he almost never does, not all at once. "Truth," he says, "the treasure is hidden in a storm drain. This has been confirmed by visual observation." "Treasure in a storm drain? You mean like gold and diamonds and stuff?" "Possibly," he says, acting mysterious. "Anything is possible. The deal is, we have to wait until night, so no one can see us messing with the storm drain." "Not just night," Freak says. "We need to do it at exactly 3 in the morning. Optimum darkness occurs at 0300 hours, he says, looking at the new watch his mom gave him, the kind that tells you what time it is in Tokyo, just in case you're wondering. We must dress in black and cover our faces with soot. For the next couple of hours, we try to find soot, but it turns out you need a fireplace for soot, or at least a chimney. So Freak finally decides that my idea about using regular dirt will have to do. "I've got black dungarees," I say, "but no black shirts. Can I just wear a dirty shirt?" Freak makes a face and says, "What a disgusting idea. Don't worry about the shirt. I'll get you one. Can you manage black socks?" You never notice how long it takes for things to happen when they're supposed to happen. My fake Walkman has a built-in alarm, and I set it for 2 in the morning and wear the headphones to bed. But before you can wake up, you have to fall asleep. And I never do fall asleep because I keep waiting for the alarm to go off. Which is, I know, typical butthead behavior. I'm lying awake in the dark on a hot summer night and thinking, treasure in a sewer? What kind of quest is this, huh? Is Freak completely making this up or what? Meanwhile, there's this cricket making this creepy cricket noise that normally is okay, except when you're trying to fall asleep, then it's not okay, and you want a big can of rape. Send it to Disney World or Insect Heaven or wherever it is that dead crickets go. Question. How come Freak knows about this stuff in the storm drain? Question. How come we have to put dirt on our faces? Question. How come 3 in the morning? Question. How long do crickets live?
And I got some.
Finally, I give up on the first 3 and work on the cricket problem. But the little critter is pretty clever. It stops cricketing whenever I get too close. And I never do find it and squash it with my shoe, which I swear I am ready to do, even if crickets are supposed to be harmless. And then, after almost forever, it gets to be 2:30, and I figure that's close enough. I'll go up and wait under Freak's window like I promised. There's no moon, the sky is dark and empty, and the backyards are so lonesome, it feels creepy and exciting. The truth is, I've never been out alone at this time of night. I only fall down a couple of times, which isn't bad considering how hard it is to see. When I get to Freak's bedroom window, he's waiting there for me. You sound like a car wreck, he says. Here, you better put on this shirt so you don't glow in the dark. Out of the window, he hands me this silly-feeling shirt. Hey, wait a minute, this is your mom's blouse! It's black, he says. That's what counts, the camouflage factor. Forget it, I say, and give him back the fair Gwen's blouse. Freak sighs. Okay, he says, roll around on the ground and darken yourself. That's easy, and better than wearing some dumb blouse. What about you? I ask, when I'm covered with dirt, enough so I want to sneeze. Freak goes, beware the force, Earthling. And he stands up in the window, and I can see he's got a Darth Vader costume on, except he's not wearing the mask part. He opens the window all the way, and I lift him out. I put him on my shoulders. He goes, pledge to me your fealty. And I say, huh? And he says, never mind, there's no time to look up fealty. Just promise you'll do what I say. I promise. Go to the end of the block, he orders. Attempt to conceal us in the shadows. That's easy because the street is one big shadow.